Welcome to Personal Mastery Training. I'm your host, Alvin Brown, former world-class athlete turned entrepreneur and consultant. Join us as we learn from guests who have conquered their inner battles and share their journeys to success. Get ready for inspirational masterclasses and thought-provoking strategy sessions to fuel your path to personal mastery. Let's dive in. All right, so let's call this one, You're Making It Too Damn Hard. All right, so here's the thing. Let me roll you back a few years ago. I've had a coach for quite some time, Dr. Tom Hill. He was my mentor, my coach for 15 years, 16 years. And I remember what he did, the way he did it, my coaching was before our calls, I would send him an update. I'd send him a lengthy update about how the month has been, what I've been going through and what are my challenges and so on and so on. So I remember at this particular month, I was going through some things and, as life would have it, there's a lot of challenges, especially being an entrepreneur and family and life itself. And so I was going through it. So I started to put down on paper, my struggles and the things I'm going through. And I poured it in. 2 pages full, single line, just pour my heart into this thing. And, he sent me back. I thought, okay, this is going to be good. When he sends us back, wisdom's going to just pour out. I'm going to finally get my answer. When he sent back 3 words. Stick to fundamentals. I'm like, what the hell is that? I sat down, I wrote you, probably took me half an hour, 45 minutes, poured my heart in here, thought about all the things I do, introspected, wrote, and this is all you sent me back? The hell is this? What kind of coaching is this? I was questioning him. Is he losing it? But, after some time of looking back now in retrospect, and when he told me that, I sat on it for a while, and what the hell does that mean? And now looking back, I really see it. Don't make it so damn hard. What that means is that when you look at, so I started thinking and correlating it with different genres. So when an athlete, take a baseball player. I remember when my kids used to play baseball, the first place they started was hitting off the tee, learning the technique, turning the hips, learn how to turn on the ball, learn how to eye to the ball, hand, the eye coordination, spotting it, fundamentals. Running through the base, all the basics, the basics. And here's what I noticed. So you're talking, they were 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, somewhere around there. Basics. They have to learn somewhere. They have to start somewhere. So what they do that. What did I notice later on? Professional baseball players, when they get injured and they're coming back, guess what they have them do? Fundamentals. When an elite athlete gets injured, they go on the injured list. What do they do with them when they're injured for quite some time? They put them back to basics. They send them to the G League. They send them to the AAA for baseball. They send them back to the basics to learn the basics again, because the nervous system needs to be retrained into the basics. And from the basics, you can build a foundation from there. And, when I used to watch football, and I would see these players drag their toes as they get to the sideline. They catch a ball and somehow they magically figure out where they are in space, and they would drag their toe and make it look like I thought it was an accident, or I thought it was just their gift. But little did I know, they practice that. They practice game time scenarios where the ball gets thrown near the sideline, and they would know that they have to drag their toes to stay in bounds and to move the ball. This has all been practiced. But that's the fancy stuff, though. Here's what they have to get right, the fundamentals. First, they have to learn how to catch that ball. Get their hands going, eye to ball, spot the ball, know where they are in space. Before they can get to the drag the toe scenario, they have to do that. When I used to watch my kids in the outfield, ball gets hit to them, they told them how to put one knee down and how to get your glove to the ground and how to catch the ball. Really fundamental stuff. They throw it to them at first and they show them how to put the glove down, knee down, and really basics. Looks simple. And then when they get to the majors, when they were going up in the league, AAA, and to the rep team, what are some of the mistakes the kids make? Lack of fundamentals. They didn't get their glove down. They didn't kneel down to block the ball. They didn't do the basics because they're trying to be fancy. They're trying to do the things they see on TV. So again, the fundamentals are the key. Stick to fundamentals. So when I was going through all of that, all the things I was writing down, what he was saying was, go back to what made you great. And this is what I do with my clients. This is what I tell them to do. Part of my exercise in helping some of my clients to return to their greatness is to go back to what you did great. Go back to what made you great. Just think about it. There was a time in your life, some people, this is really weird that some people will tell me, but I can't think of anything. Are you kidding me? There's never a time, it's impossible, that there's never a time in your life that you didn't do something great. Forget the narrative that I'm no good and I can't do this and I can't do that. Forget that narrative. That's just a fake narrative. There is a time in your life when you did something great. And I want you to go back and think about it, about those times when you, Little League, you brought home a mark, whether it be a C, a C from a D, or obviously an A would be great, but say you're not in that space. There's a time when you did something great. Someone told you did great. Here's the thing. Success leaves clues. And if you can do something great once, and you have, don't tell me you haven't. You have done something great once, twice, 10 times. But the problem with the human mind is we always focus on the things we didn't do right. So you did something great once, twice, more than once. I know that. But anyways, let's start with once. Something really great. It wasn't a mistake. I want you to go back and I want you to think about what you did to lead to that greatness. Same thing happens, though, actually, when you lose or when you don't do well. You did something to lead to that. Maybe your thought process when you woke up for the competition. Maybe the things you were doing were random. See, great people, they have fundamental habits that get them to greatness. They never get to greatness and with their eyes closed, fingers crossed, they do it intentionally. So they can document to you if you look at an elite player, they're repetitive, they're predictable. You can tell what they're doing tomorrow, today, the next day, next week, because they're doing the same things over and over again. Fundamentals that win. So wherever you are right now, stuck, not having a good month, a good year, good week, whatever it is, good day, and you're listening to this, you make it too complicated. Keep it simple. Go back to fundamentals. I get it now. Now I see. I get it. Go back to what made you great. Go back to what made you who you are. Go back to a winning time. If your narrative is, I'm no good, please, I'm going to ask you to go back to a time when you, and again, believe it or not, there's some people who cannot find, they're so caught in the negative that they're going to argue and say, well, I've never had it, never went life, always the generalization. It never goes good for me, blah, 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 blah. No, there's been a time when you won. I want you to go back and I want you to actually document it. Because if it's fleeting, if you can only think of the 10 things that went wrong, then I want you to document the one that you can think of that went right. And I want you to go back to the fundamentals of it. What did I do that day? How did I get up? How did I do this? When your world seems chaotic, when it seems you're losing quote unquote control, which it's illusion anyways. You never have control except for your thoughts. But when it seems like things are going crazy, step back, do what players do when they're rehabbing and when they're coming back is they go back to fundamentals. You might be at every new level, there's a new level. So as you're climbing up your level of success and your ladder, You're going to meet new challenges. But don't forget what made you great. Don't forget, don't ever lose it that, oh my goodness, I'm getting up to this level. I'm getting up to the CEO levels. I'm getting up to here. I'm getting up to there. And I feel out of sorts. I feel I don't belong. No, no, no. You belong. There's a reason why you got there. This is how to fight imposter syndrome. Okay, this is how to fight imposter syndrome. You go back to fundamentals. What made you great? What made you even climb? What made you want to climb? What made you elevate the different levels? Because keep that. Don't change the scenario because now I'm at a higher, quote unquote, higher level. You deserve to be there. And whatever you did or whatever you're doing that got you there, stay in that lane. Don't change the game. Don't change the rules of the game now. Don't change the paradigm. Don't change anything thinking, oh, I'm at a higher level, so I must call for me to be better and me to be. Forget about it. Be you. Be exactly you. Do the things that got you there. Double down on them. Do them better. Stick to fundamentals. You make it too hard. All right. So that's what I want to share with you is that's your strategy session is I want you to go back. If you can't remember, and some people, it's amazing, can't find the good things that they did. And they've done a ton of good things to get where they are. If you're alive and you're living today, man, you did. There's a lot of great things. So find it. Look for it amongst the hundreds of things you didn't do right. In there is the one. There's many more. But anyways, in there is the one that you can find. Pick it out. Dissect it. What did I do that day? Well, I got up and I ate right. I thought right. I talk right. I was with the right people. And I put my mind in a good state. I think that's what led to it. Well, do it again. The fundamentals. You see what I'm saying? So that's it. You make it too damn hard. Stick to fundamentals. Go back to basics. No matter how far you climb up the ladder, stick to fundamentals. There's a reason why you got there. Don't change the game to meet what you think is a higher level. All right? Okay, cool. Okay, lay that out. Lay that strategy out. If I can help you in any way, let me know. That's what I'm here for. I'm here of service. I'm here for service. And I'm going to pay my services, the rent you pay on the earth. And that's what I'm doing every day. All right. If you like what you heard, or you know someone who is making it too damn hard, send this to them. Like, subscribe, share. All right. Okay. Until next time, let's get to work. The relentless work we do for personal mastery is the key here. Peace and love.